Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? There is our man, Kazemi. If we believe the rumors that are out there, he's feeling pretty stressed and under pressure and is looking for a way to escape. Rumor has it he's been going to the U.S. Embassy seeking security. We spoke about this, that once a coordinated framework got into power and they started installing their people, they were going to go after Kazemi because Kazemi dared investigate all the corruption, and that included Maliki's family and Maliki. We'll get into that here in just a moment. Before we get started, do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button, and if you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Money Metals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code PIMPYSILVER. Yes, it has changed. PIMPYSILVER. So if you're watching this video and it's an older video, make sure you check on current videos because the code is going to be changing from time to time from now on. Also, I can be found on other platforms. Everybody knows I have my own website, Pimpy's News Network. Over here, I post videos that I can't get away with over on YouTube. Also, I have a group on Facebook called Pimpy's Investment Chat. Over here, we do talk about gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Come on over here and join us. It's free to do so. You can also come follow me on Twitter, MeWe, YouTube, and Odyssey. The links for all these platforms will be down below in the description. So for whatever reason, if I get removed off of one platform, you could find me on the others. All right, here we go. Let's start off the year 2023. An expert, no concern about the stability of the dinar with the presence of large reserves of the dollar and gold. Remember, I was telling you, as they continue to increase their foreign reserve assets and their gold reserves, the whole purpose of that was to help stabilize and protect the Iraqi dinar. And that's what this economist is talking about. Al-Shamari said in a press statement to the news that what happened during the last period of the rise in the dollar against a local currency is caused by the lack of supply from it and the increase in demand for it. And they're talking about the U.S. dollars. Remember, things supply and demand. If there is a ton of Iraqi dinars and very little U.S. dollars, and people want the U.S. dollars, then your currency is going to devalue against the dollar because there's not very many of them available to the public. So what do? You do the opposite. You're going to flood the markets with the U.S. dollar and then make the Iraqi dinar scarce, causing the value of the dinar to go up. That's what he's talking about. You can see right here during the last period of the rise of the dollar against a local currency is caused by the lack of supply from it and the increase in demand from it. Let's talk about the U.S. dollars. Shamari added that the external factors are behind the rise, including Iraqi's payment of dues for Iran in national currency, which is about 3 to 5 trillion dinars. These amounts are pumped into the Iraqi market in one way or another to buy the dollar in light of Iran's need for foreign currency more than the Iraqi dinar to revitalize its tiring economic situation. So they're getting paid in Iraqi dinars, then they turn around and use those dinars and buy more U.S. dollars, putting the dinars back into the economy of Iraq, causing the value of the Iraqi dinar to be unstable. So we know that Al-Sundini is coming over here to Washington is the word. There is nothing set in stone yet. But one of the things people want to talk about, of course, is the exchange rate. Now, I've heard people out there saying on their videos that Al-Sundini is coming over to ask for permission to reestablish the 322 rate. No, he's not. That's not true at all. That's false. There's nothing out there that says that. Don't believe those stories. Says Jabari said the file of raising dollar exchange rates is expected to be the top of the files to be discussed by the Prime Minister during his visit to the United States. He added that Iraq is now fighting economically, especially since the rise in the exchange rate was not in the hands of the government nor the Central Bank of Iraq, but as a result of international conflicts to have a hand in the matter. Jabari continued, political understandings have a great impact on the stability of the exchange rate. But I think there's more to it than that. The United States actually has the ability to interfere in a lot of different countries' markets. So if Biden has some kind of agenda and he wants to use Iraq for some reason or another, he's going to squeeze them. We know that China and the United States are competing for influence over there in Iraq. And the way that the United States and the Biden administration left Afghanistan is making it real easy for Iraq to want to side with China, although a lot of people really don't trust China either. But Russia has been a partner with Iraq when it comes to OPEC, so they at least have some established relationship going on. Well, it looks like the IMF is at least coming clean. Heck, I've been talking about this now for quite some time. And you have all these people out there talking about how great the economy is. Nope, we told everybody be prepared. The economy has been pumped up. It's fake. It's false. And now that we got a whole new outbreak of coronavirus, they're going to use it as an excuse to kill the economy all over again. Keep in mind what I said about gold and silver back then. Gold and silver took a slight dip and then took off like a bat out of hell. You can expect that to happen all over again once they start trying to shut economies down. IMF expects bad news about the world economy in 2023. Really? You don't say. Why are they expecting that? We've been saying that now for some time. The IMF predicted on Sunday that the global economy would be in recession in 2023, noting that the escalation of the RONA cases in China are carrying bad news. Really? Well, let's think about why. Well, in 6 days, they had 260 million new cases in 6 days, and then opened up the borders to the rest of the world. Go figure. And that's going to be their excuse for why we need to shut down again. I think they're going to have a much harder time this time around than before. You're going to see a lot of corporations battling with people. I'm talking about big ones too. People like Amazon, Coca-Cola, Walmart, all these people. They're going to try to force states that don't cooperate to cooperate with the shutdown. Let's see how far they get. I'm expecting huge uprisings. So it looks like the IMF is saying that indeed we're going to go into recession in 2023, although we have been there now for some time. And again, our economy is a fake economy. The numbers are fake. The inflation numbers are actually double digit, more closer to 16-17% than what's being reported. As I stated before, if you take a look at, for those of you who care, you can see right here we had gold was flying up. It got up to, $1,686. And then the shutdown took place and gold dropped down. 2 weeks later, it was down to $1,400. But then look what happened. Between the time it bottomed out, for the next 5 months, we saw continuous growth with gold. And it reached record highs. It has come down some since, but it's starting to rebound all over again. You can see right there, we have gold at $1,830. So once the shutdown starts to happen, you're going to see jobs, layoffs. People don't have no money selling their gold, selling their silver. And it's going to flood the market. You're going to see a slight dip. And I mean slight because you're going to have individuals out there who will gobble it up really super quick. And so that's what you need to do as well. I hope you've been preparing all the time I made my suggestions about gold and silver. But you can anticipate a slight dip and then a huge recovery and then new record highs for gold in 2023, in my opinion. So they're saying recession. I'm saying BS. If we already been in it. It looks like the two Kurdistan parties have finally got on the same page about what it is they want from Baghdad when they go to do the gas law negotiations. It's about time because that was a major holdup. So is it going to be possible that the HCL issue is going to be finalized? Are they going to be signed in 2023? I think you're going to have it done within the first 2 months. That's just my opinion. That is a major, major obstacle in our way with the change in the exchange rate. After the IMF warning, the first comment of the Iraqi government on the risk of the economy of 2023. I believe Al-Sudini said they're going to be investing somewhere in the neighborhood of about 63% of the budget into the private and public sector, starting to do what they can to rebuild the country, get people back to work. So they're investing back into the country. This is great news. That's pretty much what they're talking about. Look, if you can start rebuilding the country, infrastructure, people going back to work, less people on government aid, more people paying taxes, then you're going to survive whatever the hell else is going on. You're just going to be working internally and not doing a lot of things internationally. So this is what I was talking about earlier. Commander in the framework. Al-Kazemi's visits to the U.S. Embassy to request protections. Why wouldn't he? He took a gamble. He took a risk investigating into Maliki, his family, and his people, and those corrupt people in the coordinated framework. And once they took over power in the government, it pretty much soldered through Al-Kazemi under the bus by allowing the coordinating framework to take control, because they're going to go after their political enemies. We've seen this happen before with Maliki when he was trying to consolidate power back when he was prime minister. So if this story is true, I don't blame him. The leader of the coordinated framework, Jabbar Mahmood, talked on Sunday about the move of the former prime minister Al-Kazemi to seek protection from the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad. Al-Mahmoud said in an interview that former Prime Minister Al-Kazemi still frequents the U.S. Embassy building in Baghdad and asks for its protection, especially since there are many financial and administrative violations allocated which will affect him in the near future, according to the preliminary results of the investigation, in addition to other issues related to the national security of the country. Yeah, of course they're going to frame this guy, man. They really are. I don't believe this for a second. Al-Kazemi, I really felt in my heart what was right for the Iraqi people. Again, I don't live there. I don't know these people, but it certainly appeared that way. Every step that Al-Kazemi seemed to be taking was what I thought necessary to get Iraq back on track. And it's no coincidence that he wanted to investigate the corrupt people and do something about it. And those corrupt people included Maliki and his people. So once Maliki got into power, nobody should be surprised that the fact they're going to try to find a way to go after their political enemies, including Al-Kazemi. So hopefully Al-Kazemi gets out of there. The United States does something to help him out. We know the same thing happened to Dr. Shabibi back in the day. God rest his soul. Anyways, that's it for now. Let me know what you guys think. I look forward to your comments down below, and I'll get back at you later. I'm out.